Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you got your notification bell on. Make sure you like this if you're getting something from it. I've got something really special today. A Suzuki 8S, a 24 model. This thing's awesome, so stay with me. We're fixing to get it going. We're going to get on the street here. Everything's LED, as you can see. Front, rear, turn signals, headlights, your flash to pass up here. Your mode button, I'll show you all that. I'll pull over on the road, but let's get going. I want you to hear this thing. It's pretty killer. It's about 800 cc. It's got the easy start. All you do is hit the start button and it'll start it. You don't have to hold it down. I held it down by accident, but this thing sounds really good. I can imagine what it'd sound like if you put a slip on. It's got an up and down quick shifter. Let's get on this thing and take it for a ride, and I'll tell you some really unique things about it. Got my four-way flashers. They're here, just a slide button. Your traction controls there. You've got 3 rider level modes. Oh yeah, your feet are perfectly positioned. Super comfortable, almost straight up, maybe 4 degrees tilted forward. I may be. My hands are a little bit above my waist. Super comfortable. This has got the easy clutch system in it, so a lot of other manufacturers call it like a slipper clutch, but this is more of a beginner entry street fighter, which these street fighters are getting really popular. It's a growing class for motorcycles. It's really where you can get the most bike, the most cc bike for the least amount of insurance, and they do everything a sport bike does, with the exception of 200 mile an hour. Oh man, I love that brake. Perfect brake. It's adjustable. Got your knob on there to adjust. We'll get going out here on the street. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, this thing's got some torque. I've read up on this bike. I've been wanting to ride it. It's got your gear indicator. It redlines at about 9,800, it says. We're in traction control 3. You can actually take the traction control off if you want to. You press the mode button there. It'll light up traction control or your ride mode. You can push it one more time, and you've got 3 preset ride modes. It is a wireless or a wireless throttle. It doesn't have cables. It does have a wire. Anyways, fly-by-wire. That used to be something you found on bikes that were 15 to 20,000. I remember when that first came out. That was a big deal. I had one of them on a CBR 1000. Man, I love the sound of this. You probably wouldn't even need to change the pipe. But it's got your 5-inch TFT screen, got your clock in it, your gear indicator. You can go between, let's see, go between miles per gallon, your instant average with your mode button. Everything is really super handy. Man, I love that clutch. It just works. Also too, the big selling feature I think on this bike is it's got a blip shifter, clutchless shifting, down and up. You can see the gear indicator. Woo! Yeah, you see that traction control light come on? A little jerky with it, but I knew what it's going to do. But man, this is a lot of bike for $9,000. It is beautiful too. This blue, the camera doesn't do it justice. You've got preload adjustment for your front forks and your rear shock. See if we can make this corner. Man, I tell you what, this is the perfect bike right here. No clutch needed. Oh yeah, this is possible hooligan machine right here. This thing wants to wheelie, no doubt about it. Wow, awesome bike, super good handling. It's a little bit longer than some of the other bikes. I think it's like a ½ inch longer, and it helps in the stability, but it's very well footed. I mean, there's nothing that would make you think it's not on the road. I was doing some research on this bike, and I found out that this thing makes a majority of the horsepower at like 6,500 RPM, and which means you don't have to run it to 9,500 to get all the horsepower out of it, and it's going to have plenty of torque. It does have a 776 cc longer stroke motor, so it's going to have more torque anyways. They built the motor to do that. Mirrors are super good. I mean, you can see out of them. Oh yeah, this thing will go right here. Wow, man, this is a lot of bike for $9,000. Brand new, 24 with a warranty. Suzuki's got some really good financing right now. I think they've got 0%, but I seen something on 3.99. But anyways, I'll pull under some shade down here and show you this TFT screen. Let's give this thing a little tap. Oh yeah, 60 like in 3 seconds. I mean, I wouldn't even really ream in it. It's a brand new bike, so I'm not gonna, it's not mine to tear up. I don't tear up stuff anyways, but man, I love that up and down quick shifter. What a quick shifter is you don't have to have a clutch. The only thing you need that clutch for is first gear, taking off from a red light. And I tell you what, if you ever ride with one of them, you can leave a comment in the comment section if you have one on your bike. If you ever have one, you'll never buy another bike without it. Now, you can add them to bikes, but it won't work as seamlessly as if it was done by the factory, unless you get a real high-end unit. But it comes on this bike, and for $9,000, it's a deal. 85 horsepower, beautiful color. The seat is firm but not uncomfortable. We're going to jump on the highway with it. Got your water temp gauge. It is water cooled. Got your average mile per gallon, or your instant. Oh yeah, it goes. Man, it handles extremely well. Wow. Now, I'm at 4,500, and on a lot of bikes, that would that'd kind of be in the wrong range. You'd be a little bit too low to have plenty of torque, but this thing's got, I'm gonna put it in high gear. So we're in 6th gear right now. Let's lug it. Oh yeah, there it goes. There's no problem. This thing makes plenty of torque. Plenty. Huh. Awesome bike. Wow, I really like this. This is going to be a big seller right here. I mean, for $9,000, how could you go wrong? Let's check this ride mode out. Let's put it, oh, that was B. I had it in B for some reason. See, I must have switched out of it, me jacking with all these buttons, all these gadgets, and it's got them. Traction control up there. There we go. Oh yeah, it's like you dropped it a gear in A mode. A big difference in the riding modes. This thing is steady as a rock at 65 mile an hour on the highway. Awesome bike, man. Got a fuel gauge. They make a rear seat cover for it, like you'll see on like BMW S1000 RRs, like I think they call it a pillion cover, to make it look more like a sport bike. If you didn't have a passenger that ever rode with you, you could get one to match this blue, and it's pretty awesome bike. This thing's running just cool as it can be, 187 degrees. It's about 96 degrees here today in Texas. Oh yeah, that A mode is definitely a big difference. B mode would be like, you know, just putting to work. C mode would be maybe rain. You've got 4 levels of traction control right here. We'll turn that on. You can actually turn that off. You can turn the traction control off if you want. Well, we got somebody coming up behind us here. Little highway twisty action. Man, I like this bike. This thing's like riding a little Ducati Street Fighter because it's got the torque. This thing goes. Oh yeah. Wow. Impressive. It's amazing what you can get for $9,000 now. It just blows me away. Man, I tell you what, I was thinking about stuff that I did as a youngster a while back, and I remember this one time. This ain't a motorcycle story, but it's a jet ski story. I used to get off in the evenings. I would buy 2 new jet skis every year, like the Kawasaki, you know, the stand-up ones with the pole. And man, I was just eat up with it. I had to get to the lake every day. Or not every day, I'd go every other day, and man, I was pretty good on them. Had the motor ported and polished, the pump on it extruder homed. Leave a comment if you've ever had a jet ski, but I had to go. I mean, I had a water box on my jet ski, and it sounded awesome. Sounded like it's doing 90 when it's doing about 45, 50. And it was like ring, ding, 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 ding. But anyways, I'm going down Parker Road one day, which is here in where I live, and I've got these 2 jet skis on my trailer. My back license plate was just barely on there. I think it had 1 bolt in the very back. I didn't have my trailer lights plugged up, and I was driving a little van. I used to wholesale cars. It was like a little Dodge minivan, and it had a trailer hitch on it. That's the only reason why I was hauling it with that. But anyways, I'm going down Parker Road, and I'm running about 90 mile an hour, about maybe a 50-55 zone, and it's a 2-lane road, and there's a cop coming head on with me. I'm looking at him, and like a highway patrol that was out in the country catching people, and man, I passed him. I looked up, and I said, uh-oh, cop. He went by me, he passed me, come right by me. My license plate flew off and busted, and it didn't break his windshield, but it deflected off. I see my license. I looked in the mirror because I knew, you know, you always check your mirror if you think a cop's going to turn around and come get you. And boy, I checked that mirror, and I seen that license plate come off. I said, oh no. Man, he flipped that car around in the ditch and come after me. And I was so hell-bent on getting to the lake, I didn't have my wallet. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have my business insurance for this van. I didn't have nothing. He come up there and he goes, where in the hell are you headed so fast? He goes, where do you need to go that you need to go this fast? And your license plate hit my windshield. I said, no, it didn't. He goes, yeah. Go look, see if you got a license plate on your trailer. And I knew it did, but I was trying to play stupid, you know, thinking that'd get me out of trouble. And he goes, also, you don't have no brake lights. I said, what? I plugged them in before I left. So he goes, come back here. He goes, see those brake lights? They're not plugged in. I said, it must come unplugged. He wrote me a ticket for everything he could write me a ticket for. Speeding, I think he wrote me a ticket for 85 and a 50, I can't remember. No proof of insurance, no trailer license plate, no brake lights. So about $1,000 later I paid those tickets. But anyways, I don't know how I think of these stories when I was like 18. They just come back to me. But I'm gonna pull over, find some man, this bike is awesome. It handles good too. Whew. This is a hooligan machine right here. I'm going to show you this TFT screen. Man, bless that guy's heart. 3161. He's putting his number out like he's hit. I don't know. That's sad. Anyways, it's got a TFT screen. Traction control, I actually had it off. You go between traction control and your ride modes with this mode button. Your blinkers are here. You push in to cancel. Horn at the bottom. Your flash to pass up here. Man, awesome bike. $89.99, 24 model, 1-year warranty, great financing. Give them a call up there, Plano Kawasaki Suzuki Aprilia, if you're interested in one, or call your local Kawasaki dealer. Hey, thanks for riding with me. I hope you got something out of it. I do these every week. I'm glad you came back to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like it if you got something from the video. And thank you for everything you do. You viewers are the best, man. Love y'all to death. Here's 2 videos that YouTube thinks you need to see next.